Hello, fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. Today I'm going to be dekitting and showing you the finish of my Bird Woman by Craftibly. And I will stick a picture of the art over there so that you can see what kit I'm talking about. And then I am just going to jump into dekitting. This kit did come with 2 ABs, so I'm going to set those aside because everyone numbers their ABs differently, and so I'll have to figure out where I want to stick these and what I want to do with them, if they fit with some of my other ABs that I've already purchased and whatnot. So I'm going to set those aside for now. And then I'm going to jump in, and I have started dekitting from the numbers at the end and go backwards because of the way I store my spares. So I'm going to kind of pull out all of these. They are in numerical order because that's how I kitted them up. So hopefully that will mean that as I'm going through and dekitting, that they will be kind of in order for me to go through the box. And wow, there's a lot of these in the 3700s. I hadn't realized that. Okay, there's a bunch right there, so let me just get started. 3861. So these are all rounds, so these are all going to be in my round spares. So and I am saving my spares not only so that I have them when I need them, but also, so if I need them to finish up a kit, which I did need them for a Diamond Art Club kit just a while ago, I have them. And also I'm trying to kind of build them up so that, ooh, those peeled off very nicely. Build them up so that I can do some of my Heaven and Earth design canvases with them, is what I'm hoping. Which, you know, that mythical day when I get to my Heaven and Art canvases. Let's see, 38, 33. My box is not cooperating today. Nobody wants to lay nicely for me. Okay, this was a color I did not have. There were 3 different colors of pink for her lips. This is one of them. And this is one of the things I love about dekitting when you're using bottles. That was so easy and simple to just dump those into the bag, the storage bag, and then move on. So 3832. I do have some of these already, but not very many. And there weren't, as you can see, very many in the kit for the painting because, like I said, there were 3 different shades of red for her lips. And those are a little bit different, but that's okay. If I need to pick them out and just use the one that I want that matches the best if I'm using them to finish off a kit that I run out of, versus if I'm using them for the Heaven and Earth designs, I can just pull out the ones that match the best. Or if they're fairly close, you can just kind of mix them all in together like I did, and then when you put them on the canvas, no one will know. It won't show. So 3828. I am liking how nicely my stickers are peeling off of these. So, because I did make these stickers myself with my removable sticker paper. That's also how I have a cutting machine, and so I make stickers for my release papers. I make stickers for my kits. If I don't scan them in, I made all these stickers here with the DMC codes for my round and square diamond storage. So I've used it for a ton of things since I got it. I can make things for art projects at preschool. I can do all kinds of things with them. I also do a lot of planning. I'm a very big planner. I have a daily planner and I have a budget planner, and I use my machine to make stickers for both of those. I bought people's kits for a while, but then I decided I should just make these myself because I can. So I do. Random piece of sticker stuck to something. So I did not run out of any colors in this kit, and I was really happy with the drill quality. I gotta say, I know I keep saying that, but I'm really impressed with, I don't know where Craftibly is sourcing these out of China, but wherever they're getting from, they do good work. The drills were amazing. And some of that may be me liking them because I was coming off of a kit that had some not very good drills that were driving me crazy. But because this kit had 0 310 in it, 0, which when it has 0 310 automatically makes it in the running for one of my favorite canvases. Not that I have anything against black, but there are just certain artworks that after having done one of them, I likely will not buy any art of theirs again because it's just too much black. And their artwork is amazing, but there are a couple of Diamond Art Club artists that I won't buy because I know, or at least I haven't yet, because I know the amount of black in them will just drive me bonkers. Black is notoriously, no matter where you get it from, notoriously a trash drill because, so I've been told, whatever they use for quality assurance, if it's a machine or if it's a person, I don't know, but the darker colors make it difficult to kind of weed out the trash. And so just in those darker colors, not just black, but the dark browns, dark blues tend to be more trashy than the lighter colors. That doesn't mean that lighter colors can't be trashy. For instance, my Kandinsky that I did for Summer with the Masters, and I'll stick a card up there in the corner for the finish of that one. I enjoyed the kit. I finished it, and I do actually framed it and have it hanging up in my house. But the background color, of course, the color that there was the most of, was very trashy, and it happened to be kind of a light yellow. And I spent so much time picking out trash drills from that kit that there were moments where I seriously considered abandoning it. Oops, that's the wrong number. Because I just, oh my goodness, it was driving me bonkers, the amount of trash that was in there. And so, you know, maybe some people wouldn't have minded, but I did. And so I did power through and finish it because I really, really like the kit, and I did want to finish it and hang it up, and I did. But it's not as enjoyable when it's one of those where you're like, you kind of have to force yourself to finish and you're not enjoying the process, because that's the whole point for me, right? I mean, I have other reasons that I diamond paint as well, but you know, this first and foremost is a hobby that I do for enjoyment. And so when I'm kind of, you know, pushing myself to finish things, then it becomes not enjoyable, which is no fun. So, and that, you know, the Kandinsky was not the only kit that was that way for me by any means. Even Diana, I kind of feel like at some points I just need to push myself to kind of power through it. And in that instance, it's not that I'm not enjoying working on the canvas, because I am. It's because my own issues. It's because I feel like I need to move on for the channel, and because she is such a large project that it's kind of weird for me. I've never done a diamond art project that big before, and so it feels weird to have it in not completed. And also, you know, I had hoped to have her done way before this, so my own internal I'm taking forever to finish this one is probably the biggest motivator for me, that I'm like, I just need to get it finished and kind of get it off of my plate so that I can move on to some other big projects, which I will then have the same issue for. So, you know, there really isn't any big hurry. I'm the only person putting pressure on myself to get this done, but I do feel it. And so, you know, there's that kind of impetus behind it, that I want to just get it done. And my original goal had been to get her finished previous to me going back to work. However, that is not going to happen, because by the time you see this, I will already have gone back to work. I still, in my past self, still has a couple of days left before I have to go back to work, but there's no way I'm going to finish her in a couple of days with the amount that I have left, even if I worked on it 24/7. Even if I did another marathon, I wouldn't get it finished. And I considered actually doing another marathon, but I don't want to do that to myself right before I go back to work. It took me several days to recover from doing that to myself, and that's not something I want to do right before I'm heading back to work to deal with small children. I don't need a frayed temper while I'm doing that, or to be tired while I'm chasing around a bunch of small humans. So going back to school is always weird. We had our meet the teacher night, and so I got to meet most of the kids, which was fun. And I'm getting better at learning and remembering names and faces when I see them at meet the teacher night versus just they wander in the first day of class. I mean, it'll take me a while. I don't know all of their names by any means, but there's, of the ones that'll be in my classroom, probably half I know who they are. So when they show up, I will be able to greet them by name, which is always something they remember. Mommy, mommy, the teacher remembered my name, or the teacher knew my name before I told her. So conversely, it'll take a month or so before they remember the teacher's names, but that's okay. All right, I think I got done with the 30s, the 3000s, so now I'm in the 900s. So I'm getting there. And like I said, that is one of the things I like about doing these bottles and other containers, but these bottles too, is that, you know, it's just kind of dump and go. Sometimes, especially even like the Elizabeth Ward, it's not as easy to kind of dump out containers like that as it is these. So anything that makes it go a little bit faster is always appreciated, because while I enjoy this part of the process, I enjoy diamond painting more. So being able to do this quickly and get back to my diamond painting is always appreciated. That's one of the reasons I went through and kind of set up my storage boxes. I spent a couple of evenings in front of the TV kind of, well, I had to do several hours of prep work first. I needed to print all the stickers for the labels, the round ones and the square ones for, you know, the round versus square diamonds. So I had to design those in my cutting software, put all the DMC numbers on, cut them all out, get those all ready to go. Same with the stickers for the separator cards. I had to cut the separator cards because I had to cut the inserts, these little inserts that went in here. These bags are only 2 mil. If I had it to do all over again, I think I would buy the 4 mil because these need a little bit of help standing up. So I had to cut inserts. Although the flip side of that is these seem to hold more than the 4 mil. The 4 mil seem to get faster sooner because they don't stretch as much, they don't hold as much. So I guess, you know, that would be a personal preference on, you know, which one you wanted to get. For now, I'm happy doing it the way that I have it with the 2 mil bags, but I will say that I did have to cut out those inserts to get them to stand up, which means I spent way more time prepping for getting my storage containers done than I might have otherwise. So, you know, again, a lot of this stuff is personal preference, what makes you the happiest. You know, I know a lot of us enjoy the process of kitting up and kitting down. Some people hate kitting down. I know there are people that, so let me make sure I stuck that in the right place. I did. That don't enjoy kitting down at all and don't save their spare drills. They simply just throw everything away. And if that's what you want to do, more power to you. Like I said, my reasons are to have them on hand in case I need them to complete a kit if I run out. I don't like just throwing them in the landfill. I'm still searching for anyone who can give me an answer on whether or not these can be recycled. I mean, in theory, they're plastic, so they could be, but some of these are not plastic, they're resin, and I have yet to find an answer to the fact of, you know, some drills are acrylic, some drills are resin. Some drills are listed as acrylic resin, so what really is the difference? And can any of them be recycled? So, you know, if you know anyone who's like a chemistry major or you know, knows anything about these that can share, that would be much appreciated. I have done some digging on my own, and I have sent a couple of requests for information to companies, but even some of the companies themselves don't really seem to have a great answer. So, because these are all kind of manufactured in China, pretty much, even if the company says they're American, the company may very well be American, and they may very well be, you know, wholesaling from someplace in China, and then they get the pieces and they assemble the kits in the US. That doesn't mean that they're actually manufacturing their drills. So yeah, still trying to figure that out, because like I said, I don't, for as much diamond painting as I do and as many spares as I have, and for as many people as I know that diamond paint, just throwing away your drills, seems kind of crazy to me. I'm gonna at some point have to find some other way to do something with my spare drills. I'm gonna have to come up with some other projects above and beyond using them as spares, just storing them, and or, you know, using them in a heaven and earth design. That will use up some of them, but that will in no way use up all of the spares that I have in storage. So yeah, and I've seen people do some really cute projects that are, you know, they take pieces of wood and add diamond painting or add diamond drills to it, make little designs, little knickknacks, little signs, that kind of thing. You know, things over and above just diamond paintings themselves, which is a cool idea to use some of these. But yeah. Also, if I knew there was a big difference between the acrylic and resin, and like if you can recycle the resin, but you can't recycle the acrylic. That would make a difference for me and would also change my purchasing habits. But I haven't found a good answer. Well, I haven't found an answer to that yet. So for now, this is what I'm doing. Almost done with the bottom box of my storage, because my storage for spares, I do have enough that I have 2 boxes of storage, and they're just photo boxes. And I don't have enough spares yet that I need to get a 3rd, but I do definitely have 2 of them. So let me kind of get some more of these out here so I can get these bottles with the drills in them out of the way of the bottles that don't have drills in them, so that I can start putting everything away. And then I need to figure out what to do with my ABs. So the first box has been completed. Let me move this storage box out of the way and put it back where it goes. I try to keep everything neat and in its place. It just makes it easier to find later. At least for me. I saw somebody post earlier on Instagram about how they try to be very organized and everything. And then once they start diamond painting, their desk just starts to look kind of like a war zone. Which, while I'm actively diamond painting, maybe my desk looks a little bit like a war zone. But I can't diamond paint. I can't do a lot of things if the area is very messy. Like, this drives my husband crazy, but if I'm going to cook in the kitchen, which I don't really cook, if I'm going to bake is honestly what's more likely happening, I have to have the kitchen clean before I start. I can't start in a dirty kitchen. That drives me nuts. So I will do all of the dishes and clean everything up, and then I will start cooking or baking or whatever I'm doing, which he thinks is crazy because I'm just going to make it all dirty again. And I get that. But I was also taught by my grandmother, who taught me how to cook and bake, really, that, you know, you clean as you go. So even when I'm cooking and baking, once I'm done, my kitchen is usually not as dirty even after I'm finished as it is after he is, because he's one of those cooks that cleans up nothing in between. And, you know, after he's done, you would swear he used every single dish in the cabinets and every pots and pan in the kitchen. So, let's see, where's 781? There we go. Get that back in there. I think I'm getting to the point that I have enough spares that I'm going to have to start switching around. And I may have to branch out into that 3rd storage box because these are getting full. And as they're getting full, it's getting harder and harder to kind of shove them in where they go. I try to make these as flat as possible, but once you get so many of them and they're full of drills, it just gets to be a little more difficult each time. So, and I have quite a few right now that don't have any drills in them at all. Like, this is my first 744. So up to now, this bag really hasn't taken up much room because I didn't have that color. And now it will because I do. Same with 743. I don't think nope, I didn't have any of those. So I've got several of these here in a row that I may need to kind of shuffle some things around once I get finished, because I've got a bunch of colors right here in a row that I did not have previously that are going to end up taking more space. So I need to shuffle things around. I'm also trying to figure out what kind of system I want to use for displaying my ABs and my rhinestone drills, my crystal drills, because I have purchased AB drills, extra AB drills. I have purchased in both round and square, and I have a lot of leftover kind of crystal / rhinestone, whatever you want to call them, drills from both partials that I have done and special drills, or you know, I have a crystal kit that I will have leftovers for that I will need to put away. And I'm debating whether I want to make another storage box like these and do it that way, or if I want to do it some other way. I kind of would like to have a little bit more visual storage for those, so that I could, you know, look at them as I'm getting ready to kit something up or working on something and deciding what I want to do with them. What I think I want is something like a spice rack where I can have almost little bottles like this, but they will be, you know, kind of on display so that I can just look at them and be like, okay, I'm going to substitute this color of drill, you know. So instead of 738, I'm going to find a crystal drill that's kind of close to that color, and then put that, you know, substitute that in a diamond painting. And I don't know how well or if that will work, but that's kind of where my head is at right now for organizing them. So for right now, all of my ABs are either in, well, my Diamond Art Club ABs are in kind of Ziploc bags, not nice ones like these, but just some kind of baggies that I had left over from, you know, that you get in kits or whatever. And then I have a lot of my crystal kind of rhinestone leftover drills that are in Tic Tac containers. So because you can see through them. I guess I could put them in bottle ones, but I didn't really have a whole lot of bottle ones that were spares, so I didn't do it that way. I probably could now, but I did at one point have them in those little 28 container ones, the ones that are, you know, 4 hooked together in a row. But I didn't like doing it that way because then you can't really see them inside the container. And so you get, it just wasn't turning out the way I wanted because I can't see them. So they're not out like I want them to be. So yeah, I'm still deciding on that, because if they are on some kind of spice rack, I need somewhere to display that rack so that I can see them, because duh, that's the whole point. So then I've got to figure out where in my craft room I could do that, because it would have to be in my craft room. I don't have the room to do that anywhere else. I couldn't put it out by my drafting table where I diamond paint. So plus I think it would be better in here with all the lights and everything anyway. So you can see some of these, I had quite a few colors or drills left over of certain colors. This color was one of the background colors, that's why there were so many. But I did not run out of any drills, which was nice, because that did happen in a previous kit. So not from Craftibly, but the one I did before this, I ran out, and that's always annoying. I mean, I had enough spare drills to finish it, and I could have you know, sent off to the company and asked them to send me extra drills, which they would have done without an issue. However, I maintain there's no way for you to know that until you get almost done that you're going to run out. Sometimes you don't know until you run out that you're going to run out. And so that's why I keep my spares on hand. I was able to go to my spares, pull out what I needed, and finish the kit. Whereas if I had had to ask them to send me spares, I would have likely had to have waited at least a couple of weeks to get the spares, which means I would have been waiting a couple of weeks to finish the canvas. So I would have been irritated that I ran out. I would have been irritated that I had to wait for the extras to reach me. And I would have been irritated that I had to let that canvas sit there and wait until the additional spares reached me. And again, it's not that, you know, the company wouldn't have sent me the spares. I know they would have, but you know, the wait is what gets you, I think, because you've already paid for the canvas. You know, you've had to wait in many instances for it to be shipped to you in the first place. Because let's face it, we all know that when we're talking about diamond painting, a lot of times your patience flies out the window for anything other than the actual diamond painting process. Or maybe that's just me making these generalizations. Maybe it's just me. Maybe everybody else wouldn't have cared, but I did. I would have. And I know it would have frustrated me. So it was just easier to, like I said, get the spare drills that I had on hand out and get it done. So that's what I did. I'm actually finding a lot of these are colors that I did not have before, which is nice because that means that I will have them for future kits and that I will have them for my Heaven and Earth designs if and when I ever get to them. There's a holdover in there that I'm just going to throw away because I don't need one spare drill, right? 469. Okay, I'm getting close to being done. And then I will be able to show you after these, show you the canvas and also my trash. This was one of the most enjoyable canvases I've ever had the pleasure of working on. I enjoyed pretty much everything about it. The canvas was nice and soft. The drills were nice. I loved the artwork. The glue on the kit was good. I didn't have any issues with things sticking. The drills, I didn't have, oh, I missed 451. That's in the other sleeve. How did I get these out of order? I wasn't paying attention, was I? Dekit number 4, should have done that before I did number 3. Oh well, it's all the same, right? Doesn't make any difference to anyone but me. And I actually am really loving how these stickers are peeling off, if I didn't mention that before. Just makes your life so much easier when you take any steps out that you don't need. I don't have to clean these all off with any of the goof off to get rid of any residue. I may eventually at some point need to do that, but it looks like I'm going to get away with doing several canvases before I need to do that because I'm using the removable sticker paper. It just peels off really nicely. And the Lone 300 in this kit, 327, which I also do not have any of. So, get those all out of there. So yeah, there was the last color. I will do the ABs off camera later because, like I said, I still need to figure out what I'm doing with the storage for those and how I want to store those. So for now, that is all of my spare drills put away, so I can put my second storage box away, move it out of the way. So I will show you what this is currently my extremely disorganized storage for my special drills. So I have in my little Tic Tac containers, I have a lot of these kind of crystal rhinestone drills in rounds. I purchased square ones from, I think these are from Shimmering Canvases. I have AB drills that I purchased from Diamond Drills USA, square ones. I have leftover Diamond Art Club spares, ABs. I have Diamond Dots ABs that I purchased. I have, these are from DP with Sparklers, and the other colors of these are currently in my Diana kit. I have probably 10 more of those. These are all my glow-in-the-dark drills that I ordered off of Amazon, and then all these little baggies kind of shoved here in the corner are all my special shape drills. So, and then these are spare drills that I ordered from Diamond Drills USA. This is the color on my Kandinsky where the drills were just really, really extremely trashy. Unfortunately for me, the dye lots did not match. This wouldn't have been enough drills anyway. I would have had to buy a huge bag of these, but they were just not great quality, the ones in the kit. So, but these didn't match, so that didn't work for me, trying to avoid the issue. Anyway, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another couple of baggies like this, and I'm just going to stick these in there. These are rounds instead of squares. All of my Diamond Art Club spares are squares. So, and I don't think that any of the diamond dots that I have are going to match. See, those greens do not match, and the yellows that I have do not match. So I think, oh, I do have some round ones. Those do not match though. Do I have, those are white and red. That's blue. Do I have a green? Nope, that's black. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to be getting out some more Tic Tac containers to put these away in, but that's okay. So there is the kit down, my storage, and then let me show you my trash, because there was very little. For that size of kit, for the finish that you're going to see in just a few moments, this is all of the trash that I had, and there was not much at all. Come on, get out of there. There's a little piece of, a little bubble stuck in there. So this was for that entire kit. That was the trash. And most of it, I did have a couple of pieces like this. You can see kind of the misshapen ones. I did have some like this that had the extra little pieces on it. I did have some of these little round balls that aren't fully formed pieces. Some of these that look like they got cut in half. But for the most part, you can see some of these in here either got scratched up because I put them in the wrong place and I had to throw them away, or they were a little bit too small. Like you can see this drill here, this AB drill is just a little bit too small, as is this one. So I picked those out and didn't use them. Sometimes the ABs, the coating looked a little weird. Sometimes like this drill right here, this yellow one, you can see it's got like a weird like dot on the side of it, like something got into the die when they were making it. But for the size of kit, yeah, the trash was almost non-existent as far as I'm concerned, especially compared to the amount of trash I had last time. So I just dump all of my trash in my lovely little trash container here. I think at someday what I'm going to do is I'm going to like fill up a lamp or something with it, a lamp base, like line it with some of the pretty crystal drills, some of the bigger ones, and then I don't know, I'll do something with it someday though. So there you have it. There's the trash. I will be right back to show you the completed canvas, so don't go anywhere. See you in a minute. Okay guys, I want to show you the completed canvas. So here she is. This is my bird woman, artist Elena Lazareva, and purchased from Craftibly. And she looks amazing, I think. I'll pull her a little bit closer and I'll do some close-ups in a minute, but I think she just turned out exceptionally well. There are a few things I don't like about it, but for the most part, this has been one of the most enjoyable canvases that I have worked on. I love the art, first of all. So the fact that, you know, that's a plus. Duh. That's why you buy it. I love all of the little pieces of jewelry hanging down off of her little ornate headpiece. You've got this cute feather with the butterfly in it, plus all of these kind of swirls and things in her hair, the feathers of her mask and above her forehead, the background with all of the swirls. There's another butterfly down here on her shoulder, this really gorgeous feather again with the curls and filigrees, more feathers down here, just really, really pretty. I love her lips in the rendering. I will say my one dislike about this canvas is her skin tones. And I know skin tones are notoriously hard to do. I don't think anyone does them exceptionally well, because when you're trying to limit the number of colors, there's just no way to keep it from kind of having these very delineated areas. So you can see her forehead, you know, goes from lighter to darker to very dark. And same with her face. I feel like the areas around her forehead are too dark. That line under her chin is too pronounced. You have this weird kind of circle on her neck. Same thing on her shoulder. And I get it. I know that the reason that it looks that way is because they're trying to limit colors. This canvas had 59 colors already, which is quite a bit. So adding in even more to kind of make the color gradations less pronounced would have just added more colors. So I get that, but I think it just would have made it look so much better if that had been done. Again, I get why it wasn't. And again, 59 colors already is a lot of colors for people. So I get why it was done, but like I said, that's my only complaint. I think her eyes and her lips look amazing. I think the butterflies look really great. I think the background modeling turned out really great. I think, you know, the feathers down here at the bottom and all of the filigree work and things in her hair rendered very nicely. So, and even the mask itself, I think turned out really well compared to the how I feel about the skin tone. And I will try to put a couple of pictures side by side, the original artwork with the rendering of it, my finished rendering, so you can kind of see the differences that I'm talking about. But I will say again, this has probably been one of my favorite projects to date. We'll definitely be buying from Craftibly again, and can't wait to see what the changes they have made are, because I bought this one quite a while ago. It came in the white tube, which is their old versions. So I'm hoping to get something new with a purple tube so that I can see what the differences are. So hang on, I'm going to take you guys in for kind of a little close up so that you can see kind of close up what I'm talking about. And I'm trying to go slow so I don't make anybody sick with my camera work here. So you can see here some of these are all the ABs. This canvas had two different ABs in it. These blue kind of peacock colored ones, and then these white ones right here. These are also ABs, these kind of pearlized ones. And yeah, this canvas was such a joy to work on. Even the color blocking was nice, nicely balanced with the confetti pieces of it. There is definitely some confetti, especially when you're talking about getting up here into kind of her hair pieces and some of the feathers and things. But look at that eye. So good. Such a good rendering. And those lips. Such a good rendering as well. Again, just kind of a little disappointed by the skin shading. but not enough that I won't be purchasing from them again. There's this second little butterfly. And you can see, if I get close up, such good drills too. I think that was another bonus for me, that the drills were such good quality. I can't wait to purchase the next one and get it done. So yeah, there is my Bird Woman canvas by Elena Lazareva. If you haven't checked out her artwork, you should. She does some amazing things. And done by Craftibly, who I believe has some other items of hers beyond Bird Woman. So if you like her style and want to check something out, please do so. So on your way out, guys, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm really close to another subscriber goal, and I'd love to do another giveaway. And hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads like these. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.